Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to get right into our acrylic application. If you guys saw by the thumbnail and the title, we're going to be doing iced coffee nails. If you guys know me and have been watching me for a while, you guys probably know that I am obsessed with coffee, especially if it's iced. So I was drinking one, my daily little routine, and I figured I would try to recreate the look of one. I felt like this would be kind of a cool type of design for this season. So we're gonna start off by just applying our acrylic. I'm marbleizing it. If you guys seen any of my other videos when it comes to marble, I kind of just grab the two colors, place it on the nail, and kind of drag it around, and it'll easily create that marble for you. So I'm using Totally Taupe from Glam and Glits. It's a really nice coffee type of color. And then I'm going to be using Teddy Bear from Kiara Sky, which is the deeper, darker brown that you see me using in the video. And then I'm sure you guys noticed that I'm laying in these little clearish rocks on there. That's going to be mimicking the ice in the iced coffee. So hoping it turns out like I'm envisioning it at the end. We're just going to see. We're going for it. I figured I would try to use my creativity to do this design. So here we are. Now for the white portion, I'm actually going to be using Purple White from Not Polished. It is their glow in the dark white. It's kind of milky but still pretty vibrant. So I figured I would go ahead and use that because the like sweet cream foam up top isn't super white. So I'm just placing that up top and kind of bringing it down towards the ice and then trying to just like marbleize it all to give that look. Now for the ring finger, you can tell that I just kind of grabbed all the colors. I'm layering them on there, and then I'm going to be going in with the little rocks. I'm also using these like super clear crystals that somebody gifted to me. If I can find them, I'll leave them linked. But I believe it was one of my old clients. She brought me in a bunch of crystals, and they're pretty much just super clear, has very minimal shine to it. Kind of reminds me of like pixie crystals, but not like the good quality ones. I'll try to, like I said, link them down below. So I'm mixing the little rocks that I found along with those crystals to give that ice type of vibe. So I'm just going to continue to marbleize the acrylics on the nail. And then again, taking that white color, I'm going to try to kind of like smoke it out downwards. I don't want it super opaque. I just want it to kind of look like everything is kind of marbleizing down towards the end of the cup. So I'm going to continue to do that, and hopefully it turns out like we are envisioning it to. I've mentioned this a lot, but when it comes to marble, I fully, truly believe that the more you think about getting it perfect, the worse it's gonna turn out. I remember when I started doing marble nails, I used to think like they all had to go in a certain pattern. I had to all place the bead in the exact same spot. But the more messy you do it, the better it ends up turning out. So as long as you grab the two colors, I always grab the lighter one first and then dip that same bead into the darker color. You're going to kind of create a very easy smoked out type of marble, which to my opinion, it looks a lot more realistic than if you swirl it around or you place the two colors and then swirl it. Just my opinion. So I feel like the less you think about it, the better it's gonna turn out. Now, whenever I do my iced coffees, I try to add a little bit of chocolate syrup around. I love me a white chocolate mocha, so I always try to incorporate that. I absolutely love my white mochas. It's my favorite coffee. So I'm going to grab a little bit of the latte gel art liner from Profiles Backstage, and I'm going to just kind of put it in between those ice cubes. My goal with this was to kind of try to mimic the little chocolate drizzle that I add, but also deepen up where the ice cubes are so that they really show through once I'm done with the design. This was just kind of like a random thought process. I figured it would help a little bit, but we will see at the end of the video. And now here I'm just taking my acrylic brush with a little bit of monomer and kind of just spreading it around so that it's not like super harsh right where I placed it. Make sure you guys clean off your brush after this because you don't want any gel polish on it. Then we are going to be curing that in the light because it is gel polish. I went ahead and placed it in the light. Of course, you guys can't see that on screen, but I promise you that I went ahead and cured it for a full 60 seconds. Now, once I'm done with the curing process, we're gonna go in with our encapsulation process and simply just taking the clear acrylic from Not Polish, and we're gonna be laying that over top of the entire surface of the nail, making sure that I'm really pressing it into especially where I laid those little rocks, because I don't want any of the little edges kind of sticking up, so when I go into file, I don't file any of it off as well. I did go ahead and finish the encapsulation process off camera. Now, once everything is nice and dry, I'm going in with my e-file. I have it at a speed of 11,000 RPMs. Along with that, I'm using the 5-in-1 bit in the color purple from Kiara Sky in fine grit. Absolutely my favorite bits, especially for finished filing. I'm making sure that I pull back that skin from my practice hand, and I'm gonna go in and seal the cuticle, making sure that the acrylic is nice and flush to the natural nail. This pretty much ensures that your client doesn't get any lifting. I'm going to go in very quickly and just file the surface of the nail so that it is nice and smooth and that everything is nice and even. And there you can see me tapping the nail because I was trying to make sure that it was fully dry. It felt a little bit weird when I went in and filed, but I tapped it and it was fine, so I think it was just in my head. But we're going to go ahead and finish that, then we're going to be going in with our hand file. Now I'm going in with my hand file from Not Polish. I'm just going to be filing the sides and making sure that everything is nice and sharp. And we're going to be going in and flipping the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective. And then we're going to square off that tip, making sure that the shape is nice and perfect. I went ahead and cleaned off the surface of the nail. Now that it is nice and clean, we're going to be going in with our nail art. I'm just going to be adding a very simple kind of smoked out white design so that it mimics the sweet cream foam or like whipped cream or whatever you want to use on your coffee. So I'm taking the Blossom Gel from Not Polish, and we're going to be layering that on the surface of the nail. You want to make sure you have a good thick coat of this, otherwise it will not blossom very well or easily. So I'm actually going to be taking the gel art liner in the color white from Profiles Backstage on my little tile here, and I mixed it with a little bit of Gloss It from Not Polish, which is their shiny top coat. And the reason why I did this is to kind of dilute it a little bit so that it's not super vibrant and super white, because I don't want that look. So I just went ahead and added it to the top of the nail near the cuticle area. And now I'm actually taking a little bit of acetone. This is still wet. So I'm taking a little bit of acetone and kind of just sprinkling it on there so that it kind of spreads out and it creates type of like spreading that you would get in your coffee. So I figured that would work. And it kind of did help the look that I was trying to go for. So we're going to go ahead and repeat that on the rest of the nails, and then we're going to be placing that in the light. Make sure you wipe the sides of the nails before you cure in the light. This is super important because you are layering on a lot of product and it gets very thick and bulky. It starts spreading over the sides, and then your shape is going to be super wonky, and it's going to be hard to get that back to the perfect shape that you did since the beginning. So always make sure, you'll see me throughout this process kind of wipe my fingers down the sides of the nails, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning off the excess product from the sides. Same process, we're going to be going in adding that white, and then remember to add a little bit of acetone before you cure it. It's just going to help kind of make a little bit more messier than you would get with a marble type of design. I feel like with marble it just looks really cute, clean, it blooms and blossoms, but when you add a little bit of acetone, it kind of just disperses certain areas and makes it more of that look that I'm trying to go for. Again, wiping off those sides, making sure that there's no extra gel, and then we're going to be placing that in the light for a full 60 seconds. I'm going to be going in with the glossy top coat from Not Polish, and I'm just going to be adding a layer of that over the entire surface of the nail, and then we're going to be placing that again into the light for a full 60 seconds. But that pretty much concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was trying to do something a little bit different. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time.